Hey there, good morning everyone. Wednesday, the 27th of December, 2023. This time next week we will be saying 2024. But I trust and pray that you had a blessed, safe and quiet Christmas with your family and loved ones. However, this morning's devotional is a reading from Luke chapter 12, verse 25, which reads, "Who of you by worrying can add a single hour to their life?" Stress is part of life. There are many things that seek to cause stress in our lives, like money, could be health, it could be work-related, or it could be anything else. But what we do with it determines our outcome. Here's a story from the Old Testament book of 2 Chronicles chapter 20, and it's about a king by the name of Jehoshaphat. He had just learned that his country was about to be invaded by 3 different armies. Now, wow, talk about some serious stress on that side, hey? He also knew that if the enemy defeated him, there's 2 things that would happen. Either he would be killed or he would be taken as prisoner into exile. However, let's have a look at the word stress, which can be used as an acronym, STRESS. The first S is seek God's guidance. 2 Chronicles chapter 20 verse 3 reads, "Alarmed, Jehoshaphat resolved to inquire of the Lord." There is a valuable lesson here for us, guys. This is normally the last step that we take. We first try everything. We consult people, we speak to people, we pull rabbits out of hats and all this kind of stuff, and they don't work. And then we might consider asking God. But for Jehoshaphat, it was the first step. Make it your first step. 2, trust what God tells you. In 2 Chronicles chapter 20 verse 17, we have God's answer to Jehoshaphat. It reads, "You will not have to fight the battle. Take up your positions and stand firm and see the deliverance the Lord will give you. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. Go out and face them tomorrow, and the Lord will be with you." Powerful words of encouragement that we need each and every day. Remember the past victories. If God has ever performed a miracle for you or anyone else, He can do it again. Read His word and strengthen yourself. God works miracles when we pray the prayer of faith. I have seen God's hand of provision working in my life on numerous occasions. There are too many just to talk about, but I can definitely say with surety that God does answer prayer. Elevate God above the problems. Nothing is impossible for God to do. Luke chapter 1 verse 37 tells us, if God could care for over 2 million Hebrews in the desert for 40 years, feeding them, their clothes never wore out, their livestock never died of hunger or thirst, neither did the Hebrews, He can do the same for you. If you could part the Red Sea, that the Israelites could cross the Red Sea on dry ground, He can do that for you. If you could stop the flooded river Jordan, stop it, that the Israelites could cross over on dry ground into the promised land, He can do that for you. If He could raise Jesus from the dead, if He could create everything that we could see and know by His spoken word, then know that nothing is impossible for God. Solicit the prayers of others. There is strength in numbers. Ask friends to stand with you in prayer. Don't ask them for their opinions. They will try and give it, but don't listen to them. And continue praying as well. Faithful prayer moves the heart of God. Psalm 116 verse 2 reminds us, "Because He has turned His ear to me, I will call on Him as long as I live." The second S stands for stand on the promises of God. Psalm 119 verse 143 reads, "Trouble and distress have come upon me, but your commands are my delight." Continue trusting God for His intervention in the matter. Do not listen to the opinions of others. And if they give you what sounds like good advice, check it against scriptures and pray about it. Remember, God is faithful. He will not guide you down the wrong path. My dear friends, stress is part of life, but what we do with it determines our outcome. Do not allow it to rob you of your peace, and do not allow it to blind you to the truth. May the Lord be with you. May He bless you. May He cause His face to shine upon you and be with you always. Goodbye.